Alright, we're gonna start recording. 3, 2, 1. And welcome back, everybody. We are back at everything that we were doing from before in the pond. We're here in the Winter Village. And again, I do want to do just a small build. I love Christmas. I love everything about it. I have not had a solid build idea in my brain for the past 2 weeks, other than what I'm planning on doing next, which, I was like, I need a good chunk of glowstone. Where the hell am I gonna get some glowstone at? Oh, this looks really good. I really like how this is done. So, the thought came into my mind, villagers. Villagers are probably one of the best one outside of a witch farm. At least I could find, so I'm finally going to have to do my dreaded villager encampment here soon. Villager trading hall. Yes. That's better. Ooh, that looks so nice. That looks so good. That's so cool. So yeah, but in the meantime, before we do that, I do want to go ahead and build out my gingerbread man, just because I do want to do a build here just to help bring this a bit more to life. So yeah, I'm going to do a quick gingerbread man in here, and then I am going to do a little hop skipping over, and we're going to start bringing together, getting the rough shape and outline of what will be my villager trading hall / villager sacrifice pit. So that's what we will be. We definitely won't be finishing it this time. This is a bigger thing. So we'll probably have to figure something else out in the in between. Because oh my god, if I decide to try to do this all in one go, I will burn myself out so badly. But I do want to do a little gingerbread man again, and Yeah, gingerbread man with a Christmas hat on. It sounds like a solid plan to me. So I'm going to go ahead and get on with that. I think I might do it right behind those presents over there to give just a little bit more of a sight line over in this direction. So I'm going to go hop and skip and jump in on and do that, and we'll see everybody in just a moment. Let's see if that will, space out its head just a little bit more on this. Because I'm thinking that, if I have it too crunched in, it's not going to look right. Well, it'll look fine regardless. Oh yeah, that's a bit better already. Fill that in, and then now I have a bit more room. I would say, let's go up 2 more blocks with it on each of those sections. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. We need to go higher on the scaffolding. Okay, that looks so silly and I love it. Really, if I could, and I'm not gonna do this because it would take a while, I would lengthen out the legs a bit more, make the arms a bit longer. But I love how small they are, because I'm gonna play into that and just make it look like a little mouth. I mean, it does look like a gingerbread man. Arms do need to be a little bit longer. Legs are kind of fine. The arms definitely need to increase by a couple of blocks, yeah. Okay, much better. I really like that now. Okay, so now for what I'm thinking for some of the decorations is I'm thinking of doing some, icing along the legs to kind of split those up and give it some gumdrop buttons, one of, different colors along going up its chest. Yeah, just some basic decorations, some, I'll give it another, lines on the arms. I might try to add in some extra little, extra stuff, maybe some, Christmas lights on, the neck or something along those lines. But we're just gonna make it just a kind of a basic, gingerbread man all the way through and through. And just, I'm just kind of, doing a very simple gingerbread man build, and He's T-posing for dominance. That's just the way it is. Okay, and so after getting all that detail put into place, we have Mr. Cool Gingerbread Man. This thing looks so goofy. I love it. It's so just goofy looking and just meant to be fun. You can tell it's a gingerbread man. You can tell it's a little goofy. It's so great. I gotta get rid of this glare. Oh my god, it looks even better in basic Minecraft. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. I love it. That's great. So, oh my gosh, the goofy level on that thing is 9,000. Oh, that's so good. I love how this has turned out. This is fantastic. Okay. Well, now that we've gotten this knocked out, well, not knocked out, but completed. Now that we've completed this, it's time to move on to the next thing that we're going to be working on, and that will be my Villager Trader Hub. I think this will be probably considered my first mega build in this server is for this Trader Hub that I'm going to be making, because I've got some solid ideas for it that we will be expunging later. It's the goofiest eyes. Oh, that's so good. I love it. It's so goofy. I definitely could have done a better job, but I absolutely love how that turned out. That's just so goofy looking. It's like you have this very well done everywhere else, and then this goofy gingerbread man. Oh, that's so good. Alright, we're gonna head up back to my place and start laying out the foundations for this villager trader. Okay, so we are actually going to be making the prison encampment here. Just a little bit outside of the sight lines of my house over there, and also the demonic forge from over there. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm actually going to be doing it's going to be a multi-level type of deal. So first thing we're going to be doing is actually digging, working on digging the hole as we're doing right now. And it is going to be, I'm thinking about a 64 by, like an actual like 64 by 64 chunk. And I'm going to go down 64. So it is going to go down very far down, and it is going to be a circular pattern going all the way up. I'm thinking about 10 blocks per floor, maybe 8 blocks per floor. It's going to be a decent chunk between each floor, and that will go out as like a walkway in between all of the circles as we're going all the way down into the underground. And then as we are working on each and I'm just gonna have to be playing with some how many villagers we're gonna have access to, how many we can get in there. It's gonna be a minute because you know, we got to figure out get all the enchanting ones in there and get all those done correctly first. But what I'm trying to do is make it so that each floor is a specific different type of villager area. So it's like that would be that one. The next one would be some Fletchers, and then the next one would be farmers, and you just go down so that you can go down, buy, sell all your stuff for emeralds, and work your way up to where, let's face it, 90% of the time you're gonna be there for enchanters. But the enchanters also sell glowstone, so that's gonna be super important for me and super useful in the future. But regardless, so we're gonna have this pit going down, and in the middle, with like walkways coming off of it in each section, is going to be like almost like an elevator type of deal, or like a lift type of deal that is the guard post that goes all the way up and down of the interior, and in the middle will be the actual like pipeline that will take you up and down, like would take the structure up and down, and it will be connected via chains, which will then come up into the guard post up at the top section of this building. And then you will have like this extra guard post that lowers their basically prison transport up and down in this area. Again, it's going to be like more of like a sacrificial pit at the bottom where the demonic cult is capturing people, putting them in there to do sacrifices later, aka also my villager hub. So yeah, we're going to be working on that right now. And once that all comes out and together, and again, there's going to be a lot of detailing going in. Right now, we're doing just very broad strokes, getting the hole dug and getting all of that started. And digging a hole that deep is going to take a minute. So, I think enough with explaining. I'm going to let my super fast build mode keep moving on forward. Hope you enjoy the music. Okay. 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 I'm done. I'm done. Yes. Yes. I'm done. Oh my gosh. This took a little bit long. You know, the long time. This, by the way, this just looks really cool by itself, this giant hole. I cannot wait till I can actually start getting some detailing put into here. So, God, that super fast build mode, well, clear mode that you just watched and got all done with, that took me like 14 hours, or probably a little bit more, because I forgot to hit record on an occasion. Definitely didn't dig for like 3 hours before jumping back into it. Maybe it was like only 30 minutes, but it felt like 3 hours. Also, this is on a slime spawner. Why is this on a slime spawner? That's going to make things difficult later. But for right now, this is done. We have done the first part of the most tiresome sections. The next part will actually be, and we're doing wide strokes right now, so we'll come back in and blend things together later. But for the first thing I'm going to be doing is actually getting some of the bricks laid out in a formation around here. I say formation, but really it's just laying about a bunch of bricks in a circle. So it's not really a formation, but I am using the chipped to actually turn these into massive bricks to give it a better feel of this grandiose scale. And the type of bricks, not type of bricks I'm looking for, but the type of structure I'm looking for is to have this slowly go from a very dark brick like the black stone and work its way up through different shades, so it has this effect of where it's like, I'm not sure if I want either like flames to be coming up from the bottom, or and so it like darkens the bricks as it goes the closer to the flame source it is, or to have it just look like it's had this wear and tear over time to where stuff is, it's just, you know, it's a darker section. There's less light down there. The light doesn't stain the bricks. It never sees the light of day. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with that. But right now I'm working with getting the black stone to over into the deep slate just to give a nice little contrast. Now, what I really do like the contrast of, especially when it's darker out, is the deep slate with the tough. It mixes really well. And one of the contrasts that mix almost a little bit too well right now is actually the tough with the stone. As you'll see in just a moment, the stone and the tough, they tend to have this, it's hard to tell them apart. There's times you can nail it, you're like, stone starts right there, tough is there, but they're so close in contrast, it almost looks like a large extension of the wall. I do like that. That means I'll be able to play with it a lot more and mix up the colors with them, but it'll be harder to get a larger contrast with them. So I am a little bit worried with that. Then after I do the stone, I moved on and started laying out some of the cobblestone in just a moment. And when I lay the cobblestone down, it creates a nice lighter shade than from the stone, which I have run into a slight issue. As you can see, I'm laying it down at the very top. Should have zoomed in a little bit more with the camera, but it is what it is. As you can see, we're doing eagle eye vision right now because we're seeing that from a mile away. But I did run into one thing because I'm transitioning from the cobble into andesite for the very top of it. And it almost feels like the cobblestone should be on top of it, but because it has more contrast, but it is darker. So it's one of those weird things where, oh, this area is darker than the one above, but it feels like it should be up above it because it has more textures. So I'm not sure how that'll work out. Okay, and we have now completed the build, and it is, I love this. I love this. I'm still a little bit unsure about the cobblestone and andesite. The mixture, again, it's a little strange. It doesn't quite fit perfectly, but that's something I can work with. So now, next, because unfortunately we're going to be ending it here because it's just, there's so much to do, but this is a great stopping point. I have the groundwork laid down. I can start laying in the levels and also start working on each of the villagers' rooms. And so, yeah, we'll be working on the rooms and all that area next and getting those set up for the villagers to be able to go into those. And then probably working on blending in these circles a little more. Again, it looks a lot better when it's in this dark area as I'm in right now. And that's just because it hides some of them more. And again, this is going to be in the underbelly of a building. So this should be about the right lighting level for everything. So I think it's going to blend in really nicely. You can still kind of see a harsh line with the andesite and the cobblestone, but that's neither here nor there. What I am going to do right now is be very happy that this looks great. This is so good looking. I love the way it's turned out. It's been an ordeal. And again, we're gonna be working on this building for quite some time because this is going to be a lot of work to get everything done to the level that I want it to be done. Let's put it that way. To the level I want it to be done at, it's gonna take a lot more work to go. I can't wait to see how this building keeps turning out. We'll start slowly integrating villagers in as we go as well, just so that it makes it a little bit more like that portion doesn't take so long, because the villager portion's going to take the longest by a long shot. This is Shadow DMF. I'm in the pond building out my demon cult town worshiper thing. If you have any ideas, comment please. I love hearing anything down there. Thank you everybody. This is Shadow. Peace out. Die, slime.